Namo Buddhaya. In almost every religion, faith plays a greater role. But is it the same in Buddhism? So from this video, I want to show you the role of faith in Buddhism. Let's find out. So the Google definition of the word faith is shown like this. Faith: strong belief in the doctrines of a religion based on spiritual conviction rather than proof. Now, one might think, oh, Buddhism is not a religion, it is a philosophy. So there is no faith involved in it. But the truth is, yes, there is a role of faith in Buddhism. And in fact, it is one of the most important virtues that a practitioner must possess while practicing Buddhism. But the faith in Buddhism is fundamentally different from the official definition of this word. Now, the word that is given for the faith in Buddhism is called saddha in Pali language, or shraddha in Sanskrit language. Now, take a look at how Buddha defines shraddha. The Buddha says, "And what bhikkhus is the power of faith, or saddha." Here, a noble disciple is endowed with faith. He places faith in the enlightenment of the Tathagata. Now, note that Tathagata is a word that was used to call the Buddha. The Blessed One is an arahant, perfectly enlightened, accomplished in true knowledge and conduct, fortunate, knower of the world, unsurpassed, trainer of persons to be tamed, teacher of devas and humans, the enlightened one, the Blessed One. This is called the power of faith. Now, this is the definition of saddha or shraddha, or confidence or faith in Buddhism. So it is about placing one's trust upon the enlightenment and the realization of the Buddha. And it is to say, yes, the Buddha developed his mind and found the path of liberation from suffering. But what Buddha teaches us that is that you should not get stuck in mere blind faith. What Buddha teaches us that your faith must go beyond the blind faith and should be an experiential faith. The blind faith is in Buddhism is called amolika shraddha. Amolika, the word amolika gives the meaning of rootless. There is no root. That means there is no root for your faith. You mere blindly believing in something. That is called amolika shraddha. And the faith that is praised by the Buddha is called akaravati shraddha. Akaravati shraddha is a confidence that is based upon practice and self-exploration and realization. Now, when it comes to faith, people believe in things in 5 ways. The Buddha teaches us that the people believe or people have saddha upon something in 5 ways. What are these 5 ways? The first one is called saddha. That means just mere believing. Sometimes people believe just because they are born into that idea, born into the families that hold that idea or that religion. So that is mere believing. That is called saddha. And the second one is called ruchi. Ruchi means people believe in things because they like it, right? Sometimes you like certain ideas, so you just believe it. Second one is called anusava. Anusava is that you believe in something just because someone said it so. And the fourth one is akara parivitaka. It means logical thinking. People believe in things because it is logical. They don't put it into practice, but as it is, just because it is logical, they believe in it. And also the fifth one is called dittini jhanakanti. People believe in things or ideas because those ideas correlate with their point of views, their personal views. So what Buddha teaches us that is that your faith, your confidence, your shraddha must go beyond these 5. That means you should put it into practice, you should experience it, you should explore it and have the confidence upon it. It is something like this. Let's say you and I are in the darkness, a darker place, right? But you and I are far away. Now, right in front of me, there is, let's assume there is a statue right in front of me, right? But I can't see it, you can't see it, because we are in the darkness. All of a sudden, a lightning occurs, right? A lightning occurs and the whole area lights up. And within this split second, I get the chance to see the statue. But after this split second, we are totally immersed in the darkness. But now you didn't see the statue, you were far away, but I saw the statue. Let's say you're coming near me and I say to you that there is a statue in front of me, right? In front of us, there is a statue. It is like this, it is like that. Now, how I believe and how I hold the view about the statue is because I experienced it. I saw it, right? And how the other person believe in that idea is because the other person said it so, right? If you believe in that person, then you will believe it, right? So in the same way, the Buddhist faith must be an experiential, a practical experience that you experience through practice, putting it into practice. And that is how the Buddha defines Shraddha. So we need to understand that faith in Buddhism should be developed through practice and understanding and realization. Just take a look at this verse from the Buddha. The Buddha says to the Kasi Bharadwaja, the Buddha says, faith is the seed, austerity is the rain, wisdom is my yoke and plow, moral shame is the pole, mind the yoke strap, mindfulness my plowshare and God. Now Buddha similarized this faith to a seed. It's like planting a seed on a ground. Now the faith is the seed, but what makes the ground a better ground for the seed to be planted is the austerity, the practice that we do, the wisdom, the moral shame, mind, and mindfulness. All of these are the virtues, the qualities that make the ground for a better confidence, better faith. So faith must be put into practice. Faith should be developed through practice, right? So understand that Buddhist idea about faith is more of an experiential faith, right? And it is more of a practical faith, that you are allowed to ask questions, right? You are allowed to remove your doubts. You are allowed to explore. And also, you should believe in something by putting those ideas into practice and realizing it. Not just because that someone said it so, or not just because that you like that idea. So what Buddha teaches us, that if someone gives you an idea, that you need to thoroughly put it into wise reflection and meditate on it, find it, explore it, and understand. And then only you should believe in it. So, therefore, understand that faith in Buddhism goes beyond mere believing to the experiential confidence. So, I hope you got some light on the topic of faith in Buddhism. So, I invite all of you to practice this path, learn the Buddha's teachings, practice mindfulness, and most importantly, let your heart guide you to the truths deeply resonates. Namo Buddhaya.